Why is my ChatGPT response so slow? Even though I have subscribed, and my PC uses an RTX 6090.
I don't know. Is my ChatGPT is being busy, or being lazy, or just freeze? Okay, now I'm dizzy.
Hello fellow translator. If you are one of those or experience it and don't know why, you may listen to this video. Since the release of the ChatGPT add-on for Translator++, there have been a lot of complaints about how slow it is, as well as sometimes freezing and leaving blank cells. I will explain why it happened. On November 30th, 2022, people are crazy about ChatGPT. There's a reason. The predecessor, the AI art, made such a big fuss, especially from freelance artists and designers. They are afraid of losing their jobs. And now OpenAI introduces ChatGPT, which is based on an artificial intelligence language that can understand the structure of language commands and respond via text. If used correctly, ChatGPT can achieve high accuracy in translation because it can assume gender, understand the context of the text being translated, or incorporate specific requests into the translation output. However, there are some limitations to ChatGPT, as also explained on its official website. The ChatGPT model being used is ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo. If you are a free user, you will have a low priority in response time, and too many requests can result in a penalty of 1 hour. ChatGPT has limitations in processing a large number of words, which is why there may be no response when batch translating. Depending on the model used, requests can use up to 4,096 tokens shared between prompt and completion. If your prompt is 4,000 tokens, your completion can be 96 tokens at most. It's also important to note that ChatGPT API key is not free. When you create an account, you get a free $18 trial for 3 months. If usage exceeds these limits, you will need to pay to use the API key. There are also other issues with using the ChatGPT API. Since ChatGPT is not a machine translator, its translation response is much slower compared to other machine translators, even for simple words. The results of ChatGPT's translations can be categorized as inconsistent, even for the same input. It is important to keep in mind that ChatGPT is a tool that can assist in language translation and other language-based tasks, but it is not a substitute for human translation and interpretation. Additionally, users should be aware of the limitations and guidelines for using ChatGPT to optimize its performance. Although ChatGPT can provide accurate translations, it is not perfect and has limitations. One of the limitations is its inability to understand the nuances of language, especially in situations where cultural context is necessary. Additionally, ChatGPT's translations are heavily influenced by the training data it was exposed to, which can result in biases and inaccuracies. Therefore, it is important to use ChatGPT translations with caution and to double-check them with a human translator when accuracy is critical. That's all from me. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.